Hey, that sounds familiar. I too need to play some Windows Tetris. I don't know, soon I'll figure out how I actually want this stuff laid out. I do indeed. Child. Let me try that again. Wow, my hands like slap together and make no noise. There's a satisfying one. Good lord.
I can't believe you people come here voluntarily. I can't believe you people come here voluntarily.
I'm going to click the button and we're going to... Hello and welcome to the Blue House Bull session. We are back bulling with you on this beautiful day. Wednesday. We do this Wednesdays, right? That's when we do this?
Mm-hmm.
Happy New Year. Happy January. Happy everything to you. Hope you guys are doing well. It's good to be back here with you.
Most importantly, happy birthday.
Aw, you are too kind. I appreciate that very much. I saw you were there for a big chunk of the retro stream yesterday. Did you enjoy?
Yes, and I will go back and watch the rest of it.
Don't stress over it. I just,
No. I want to see your thoughts on that whole process from the beginning because I was there for that, but Forest for the Trees problem.
Yeah. No, I talked a lot about that, and I talked a lot about what we ran into with difficulties testing, because for all the friends I have, getting 3 people to play a game at the same time is impossible.
You could have tested that yourself,
Yes, but I ran into significant trouble testing it myself.
You have more than one browser installed. I know you exist on Windows. You do.
Yes.
Chrome, Incognito Chrome, and another browser are
Yes.
3 separate people.
Yes. But switching between browsers and making sure they have focus so they take the right inputs in a reflex-dependent game, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's tricky and inconvenient. That was the whole thing. It's not that I couldn't. It's that it was a real great big pain in many areas, not just the Nether region. Speaking of the Nether region, we need to talk about Minecraft tonight, but we'll get to that. We'll get there.
I have a whole list of things I want to rant about.
We need to talk about Minecraft. We need to talk specifically about Garfcraft too, but we need to talk about Minecraft. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm pretty sure the VOD's up. I didn't bother to go check yet. I did a 2024 Projects Retro as my birthday stream yesterday. That was my birthday party. I went and broke down a lot of the projects I worked on, talked about what went well, what didn't go so hot. Just kind of showed off what I did, had a whole lot of fun with it. Yeah, that was cool stuff. Oh yeah, that happened too. You can get your Hergel Studios merch. We're already getting people pestering us for ranch merch. And I have had at least one person ask me about the plushies. I need to talk to Tantrum and Doodle and Monica, because I think once we hit the next eligibility tier, we can do it if we fund it. We can't do like a crowdfunded pre-order one, but I think we'll be able to do it then. And honestly, for all the characters that everybody loves and loves to hate, I think Randy would do best as a plush.
Okay. There's a hole that needs there's one of those exclusion holes where like there's an empty spot on our Venn diagram. There needs to exist something like Kickstarter, but like micro Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Not like I want to run this open window campaign for 60 goddamn days and just wait for goddamn ever. And like, it is literally like, I have a lot less words to type. It's not a whole like like, look, we want to do this, but we need to like commit to the funds before it, but not in an abstract, like at a shop, like,
yeah,
like, oh, you have to, if we sell 2,000 shirts, they'll actually print them. It's like, well, no, we're going to get them printed through somewhere else, but we need to front the money. Can you front the money by like micro Kickstarter?
Yeah.
But not just like a GoFundMe, like an actual, like, this is for a thing. We are literally just collecting this to buy because you have to pay to get merch made before you sell merch. Not like, please pay us $1 million so we can spend 6 months, wanking off and developing a thing that may or may not fruition. Versus like the Kickstarters that are like, it's done. We just don't have the investment capital to get the things made to sell them.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Do tell more, Randy. You know Randy, right? I assume you know Randy. Let me share Randy with you. Share a window. Let's share this window. This'll work. Come on, there we go. This is Randy, the ranch-addicted sheep, in his various states of panic and frenzy and satisfaction. And yes, he has ranch fleece. Can we get ranch fleece? Is that a thing? I wonder if we could do, like, scented Could we do a ranch scented Randy plush?
No.
We shouldn't. We shouldn't, absolutely. But could we? Is this a game?
Yeah.
Yes, oddly enough. Are you going to do it? Am I going to do it? Yeah, get Cafe. This is a character from our game at Hergel Studios, Let's Cafe. One of many, including Red. He may look kind of familiar. Thank you, Sixalona. Big shout-outs to Sixalona. I'm going to type the command. Shout-out Sixalona, an amazing artist, one of my dear friends, someone who I love working with, someone who I just love as a human being. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Six did the art for Jiggy's birthday present. We did the Rowan's Donut Shop, and it's amazing. Oh, man.
It's on Steam.
Six, you're wonderful. I hope you know that. You're all kinds of wonderful. But yeah, Let's Cafe is on Steam and on Twitch. Look, all the other characters. What else do I have here? Brooklyn the bear, Shell the bunny, Mare Chicken looking angry.
Oh God, who was I watching the other night? I think it was maybe it was midnight. Shell kept coming in and she just like lost it when she had a kid with her. And another kid, like, wait,
the kids kept showing up. Yeah,
they can bring people with them. Wait, now there's two of them. I'm like,
she ends up bringing like all 5 of her kids in. Yeah,
yeah. Bunny. Yeah.
Aw, Custard. Custard's so shy, so cute. I love Custard. Love more the hippo with the sniffles and the most terrifying but wonderful hippo smile ever. Let's Cafe is a business sim with some storylines attached. You run a cafe, and it's got, like, Minecraft okay, the game started as what if food in a Minecraft grid, and we built a game around that, like, central conceit. This is middle manager Maurice, the tardigrade, you know, a water bear, because all animals had the exact same size and proportions. And then we're back to Randy and Red. Who's my favorite in Let's Cafe? That is a really, really tough call. I have an attachment. Okay, you know what? I'm sharing it again because I need to highlight one specific thing. Where's the share button? Share your screen, share thing. There's a thing over here. Share that. Yeah, that one. This guy, who is just one of the random characters that will appear. You know, these are all just the random unnamed characters who appear in your cafe or wander by outside. But this guy with the banana has kind of organically turned into a lore character as people are playing. This is King Possum. And he is attempting to overtake, usurp Mayor Chicken's role. Oh man, thank you so much. Yeah, the shirts are awesome. We have the where's the okay? We're sharing merch. All right, I'm sorry. I gotta do it. Let me bring up the thing. Tantrum collectibles, BBP. Let me show you what we got. Share your screen over there, lad. That one. Pressing buttons. So we have all the stuff with the Hergel logo. We've got some stuff with like the Let's Cafe cover art on it. But then we have the Mayor Chicken is a Cannibal shirt. Mayor Chicken is a Cannibal, a campaign ad paid for by King Possum. One of the first reviews we got of the game had a screenshot of Mayor Chicken ordering a chicken sandwich, which turned into the Mayor Chicken is a Cannibal meme. That was the entirety of the review on Steam.
I forgot about chicken patties.
You forgot about chicken patties. They do exist. Are you going to add them to burgers?
No, I forgot. I was sitting here like, what am I going to
Oh, you forgot about like real life chicken patties. Okay,
I
that's
forgot I bought
that's a
bag
different
of
thing.
chicken patties. I
Um,
wanted a chicken sandwich, and I went to McDonald's, and it was $3.50 for goddamn McChicken.
ooh,
Not the deluxe, a McChicken.
wow. Didn't they used to
Like
be a
what the
buck?
yeah.
Saudi Arabia, I am not sure. Tantrum says check through their checkout page or contact support through them. I will say if you reach out to them, they are extremely responsive and extremely helpful. They are
There
very
are
happy to.
there are services you can go through. I'm not going to mention any of them because I don't want to endorse any of them, but there are services you can go through that if you need something shipped to a place that a place does not ship to,
They'll get it there.
you give them money, they ship it to them, and then they will ship it to you. Like there'll be some place in either America or not, or somewhere on the other continent, and they'll like have an office in like Spain or the UK or somewhere, and they will buy it, and then they will mail it from there.
Yeah, it is not impossible to do if you want one badly enough. I assure you.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
I
not cheap.
I also talked a little bit yesterday about the upcoming features too. Yo, I love my Finn plush. It's not okay. This is not you. This is just an odd coincidence, and I did not expect this to be the case, but I was curious because it came up in conversation. They are not quite the right size for Build-A-Bear clothes, but they're very, very close, like alarmingly close. Like it's not a perfect fit, but right now Bear is wearing the Zeldathon shirt and Finn is wearing a Ghostbusters shirt. But I swapped them on my stuffies because, me and my animals. And it's so cute. They're so cute. Bear actually went with me in her Zeldathon shirt to SideQuest. That was pretty awesome. Heck yeah. Anywhere flat? I don't know. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hooray, I also have foods.
Insert joke about DoorDash delivering directly to your room.
Yeah, no kidding, man. These services are wild anymore. But yeah, I need to get in touch with Tantrum. I need to talk to them about plushies. I want a Randy plush. I want all of them plush, but I want a Randy plush more than anything. Oh man, it's so cool. If you're enjoying what you've seen, like even just the little snippets that you've seen of it so far, there's a demo for free if you want to play it. But
There's a demo on Steam, and there is a web playable demo of some build variety that I don't know how far behind it is because
it's
kind of
very,
for us to build,
very.
so we don't update it that often.
Yeah, the web one's very far behind. It's like an early snapshot of the game. And honestly, at some point, we may pull that back down just because it's way out of sync, and I don't know if we can get it back in sync because of how we're doing certain things now.
Yeah.
But that said,
So, okay, I'm gonna go on a rant here.
I know where you're headed. I'll get a straw.
There's a difference in the software world between done and complete. Like any art is never really done. It is done enough, and then you have to start shipping it or giving it to who it's going to. The game is done.
There's more we'd like to add to it before we take it out of early access. But the game is done and playable as it is. There will be more content. There are new features still in active development. Get out of there. Those aren't your nuggets. They're mine.
There's one key thing we want to add, and mainly me, and it's only because my schedule has been super crazy. Although it is going to be, I've got things stabilized now. I have more time, and I'm not nearly as depressed. I'm going to get that feature I've been working on finished because this will be part of my rant section later about work and stuff. But I definitely know how to do it because I have been listening to all of the things, and I definitely know how to do it.
Oh, good. I have a question for you while we're at it. I'm going to.
Yes.
What are you working tonight?
No.
Will you go through a relatively large code review for me tonight, potentially?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to. Oh no, it's not a bother at all. We want to make
No.
sure you understand what you're getting yourself into if you do pick it up. That's all. You know.
It's a long-standing thing with programmers. Like, is it done? Yes. Could it be better? Always. It had to be like Michelangelo or Da Vinci. One of the big ones. It's like,
Yes, Michelangelo
never,
da Vinci, the Renaissance
like,
turtle.
you never. Yes, it was one of the turtles. Like Da Vinci. You never finish art. You just stop working on it for a long period of time.
The thing is, you have to watch out for the art demon. I don't know if you're familiar with the art demon. People say don't let perfect be the enemy of good, but they forget about the art demon who chases you down and murders you in your sleep if it doesn't match up exactly with what you envisioned in your head.
And also, that doesn't help that this is software written by 4 people that have very, very full dockets with day jobs or other problems filling up their lives.
Yeah.
That is not any of our full-time jobs.
Yet.
So we're all like quarter time. Between the 4 of us, I think we have one part-time person working on this.
I don't know. I think between the 4 of us, we have one full-time person. But that's because I myself am one part-time person because I have completely given up on sleep. Anyway, I want to send you the code review for cosmetics.
Yes.
I want to push that out to the test build so the beta testers can beat on it.
Yeah. Cosmetics is one major feature that we want to get in because that is a huge set of content that people want. They can give them a reason to play it and grind for, because beyond the main loop, the game does get a little boring. Otherwise, it's just a grind. It's like, why am I doing this? To make number go up. Well, some people, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
But it does make people go? Decorating.
Yes, absolutely.
Insert my shame history of how many hours of Animal Crossing played.
I'm also going to attempt to get the character separation and the editor in very short order, but I'm not going to fold these together because you and I have talked about that.
Yeah.
I know I worked on them side by side, but I tried to keep them separate and distinct. So I am going to get that after I get cosmetics out into beta.
So on that note, that was the problem I'm having. I have 2 major features that I was trying to do at the same time because they kind of are very similar. And then I realized the problem I was having is I need to not do them at the same time, which is why I backed out all those things.
Yeah.
So one of them is variable recipes, or rather recipes that can take more than one item. Like, we have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich recipe that only works with grape jelly.
Yes.
And not the strawberry jelly.
Yes.
Now, the obvious solution is add another one with strawberry jelly. But now that means there's 2 separate recipes. And if you have one, you can't just substitute it. So we want to have recipes that's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that has a variable item that takes a jelly jam thing in that slot. It can be any jam, any jelly, and we just have like a magic item that is any jelly spread, and it will make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, period, whichever one you put in there. But that is wholly different than the reverse of that, is to get items that are, to have those items exist because the other way, whereas like we have the different lattes. That's like an oat latte and an almond latte and a cashew latte. No, it doesn't exist. No, we're not adding it. But we have the different lattes. That is a major item. That is a key item in the name, in the ingredient. But there are other recipes that use milk that you could, in theory, put any type of milk in there.
Now, see,
so we need to have
this was one where I wanted to talk to you about how that worked, because we will have to go back and mess with the data files and mess with some of the saves and everything, so
Yes,
that you
which is
can
why
convert all the latte recipes into a latte recipe and figure out how to make someone order a specific one or just any old latte.
here's where the thing I got stuck is. We still want to have the ability to have somebody order a specific one. If somebody says, I want an oat latte, they can put that order in. So basically, the order system needs to take either a named recipe and the system will look that up, or a specific ad hoc for this order, give me this specific item.
I have an idea from working with Minecraft that I want to talk to you about, and I think we're going the same place with this one.
Yes, because
Okay.
I've done this in Minecraft for 12 goddamn years in modded Minecraft. I
Yeah.
haven't played vanilla Minecraft until this year in probably 12 years.
All of that,
I've
Jam?
played all Sky Factory and all
Yeah.
the mods and everything for so long that I forgot how to play regular Minecraft.
Yeah, I agree.
So-
We need the fantasy jelly. We need the it's my jam. Cat jam, rat jam.
There's the inverse of that is the substitute of the items, but also the recipes is the way they're looked up. There's an optimization thing.
Yeah.
That I figured out after much try. I have a lot of I work nights. I work nights basically alone. The store is open for the first hour, so I have to kind of be aware and look for customers. But after that, I have 7 uninterrupted hours of basically by myself. So I listen to a lot of stuff. I've been listening to a lot of deep philosophical programming podcasts and audio documentaries and stuff. And sometimes I'm just rubber ducking to myself out loud about code and ideas and just thinking, just pontificating on on the mount about programming stuff, just out loud in my head. I have been thinking a lot about these problems and like bouncing it off of myself, which sounds really weird just coming from the cereal aisle and at 4 a.m. and people in the next hour are like, what the hell are you talking about? So I've been thinking a lot about these features and how to make
how to get these to work in a way that's conducive to the gameplay and won't damage it for the people who are already attached to a certain form of it.
Well,
because Cass, okay, we can't break it too bad because Cass loves playing it with crowd control.
That's the other thing to take into account is it's not just the core game. Is some of these are going to fix some of the problems that we've had because of crowd control.
Yeah,
is if they take a specific ingredient, but you have that recipe, we have to make sure like it doesn't screw you too much.
Yeah,
but also like maybe the items that the crowd control gives you, we weight those to be the more any milks.
Yeah.
We won't actually have an item that you can get that like the any milk that, but in the recipe you can have there's a slot that is a virtual item that is put any milk like thing here.
Yeah.
But you can't actually buy that. So we got to make sure that crowd control doesn't give you those items, so they won't be. It's like the whole shuffle. I had it almost working, and then I went to go do the recipe part of it, and it all fell apart badly. And I'm like, oh, I know what I'm doing wrong here. I'm doing this. I'm trying to do 2 separate parts of this, and I need to get the wild cards in, get that out, and then I need to do the other part, and then I need to come. What's that math thing where you have to solve for two variables and you like just fuck it and you solve for one, get it, plug it back in, and then you can solve for the other, but you can't do both at the same time. You have to just like pick one, you get an unknown, you can use enough of that to solve for the other one, and then you have to go back and resolve for the first one.
Sort it all out so you have just an X on one side. Yes, exactly.
Right, but like you can do it, but like you half solve for A to get enough to solve for B, but then you have to go back and take what you got for B and resolve for A.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, now it makes sense. And you're like, this doesn't work. That's the problem with the juggling these ingredients because of how the system is all baked.
There is one more thing that I want to add to this that I'm sure you already thought of when we do this. If you order an, how do I phrase this right? I want to change how it impacts your rating. If you order a latte and I make you the wrong one, it satisfies that part of the order, but you don't get full credit for it.
Yes, this is why it was the matching.
Yeah.
The problem the original version I had, I was having trouble getting it to match, and the fail state is this doesn't match any recipe, or this isn't the thing you made. Well, I made you a latte, or I made you a burger, but without all the right ingredients. Oh, no, that's what it was. The wild card ingredients I had solved. It was the variable recipes.
Yeah.
Like hot dog plain, which is nothing, like hard coated, no toppings, but hot dog with variable between 0 and 3 condiments on top.
Yeah.
But have that count for things because of custard.
Yeah, with the cheese.
All of this is because custard. All of this, and I think I threw it away. I had a whole sheet. I printed out all the ingredients, all 176 ingredients or 176 recipes, and all the ingredients. And I sat there and I worked out all the meta tagging for this is a cheese like, this is a dairy like, this is a meat like. And so if custard can give me something with cheese on it, and recipes would know, does any of the ingredients contain cheese, and would count for that.
Yeah.
So it was the tag, like I was trying to do all these at once, and it's like, oh no, I need to not do this at the same time.
You know what? Can I
what?
I'm gonna share a clip here if I can figure out how.
What's the other? Oh, the chicken and waffles problem. We have hot sauce in our chicken and waffles recipe. Everybody goes to make chicken and waffles and can't figure out that they need hot sauce.
Yeah.
We want it in the recipe, so when you look at it, but you can make it without it, and you discover chicken and waffles, and that slot will either be optional hot sauce, so it can show a nothing or a hot sauce in that item.
I'm going to share a clip just because the gameplay has come up quite a bit of Cass playing. I'm pretty sure she was playing with crowd control at the time. I think she was.
Mm-hmm.
I need fries. These fries. Make this.
That's the stuff! Yeah! Randy!
She is so happy. Good job. Good job.
I'm so proud of her. Yeah. We got some good clips. I enjoy messing with developers too.
But as you see now, all the stuff we're talking about, those don't have to exist. You can play the game right now without any of this. It works in abstract.
Yeah.
It is simple. It could be a lot better if all of the things I just talked about for the last 10 minutes existed, but they don't have to. So is the game done? Yes. Is it? No.
Not yet.
I think it's not just women. Oh! Hey, you should check your Discord messages. You keep getting notified.
She melted. She just collapsed into her chair.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about the custom character thing. We gotta fix some problems with that.
Yes, we sure do.
Also, I need to go look where that code is at and redo that interface because it's horrible.
It is. It absolutely is. It was built. It was very purpose built, and now it has come into more. I don't want to say general use because it's just for us, but you and I had talked about this before. One of the reasons I did some of the abstraction the way I did is for timed events. Nothing's going to be achievement based. We've talked about achievement, all of that, whatnot. I don't want to make any achievements that are time based, but I do want events that are time based. Like, on my birthday, I should come in and tell you it's my birthday and ask if I can have my free drink. And you get a in-game check mark somewhere. It's not an achievement, but you get an in-game check mark that says I came in.
The same way the stickers, if we send custom characters at you at any point,
Yeah.
you get the Hurgle sticker.
Yeah.
It doesn't say how you get it. It does nothing. It's just a flag that we have messed with you.
It's not a sticker. It's a cosmetic, and we add it after we add the cosmetics. You get the Hurgle coffee cup. You get the white mug with the purple H logo as one of your cosmetics, and you can't buy it. You can only get that cosmetic if one of us messes with you.
Are any of the cosmetics interactable?
Not yet. Not yet.
Do we?
Have fun, 6. We will be here.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna do that thing where I put a seed in your head, and you're gonna like, God damn it! I'm gonna spend 6 hours coding this. You have that on the screen, and you click on it. Can we have it open to the merch store?
Yes, we can. I have a message I have to send you right now. Oh my goodness, you need to see this. 6, you're amazing. You get more and more amazing every day. I hope you know that. This is the cutest thing. I love this. I love this. This made me so happy.
You are the exact right flavor of unhinged for us to be your friends. You know that?
Yeah.
You are just like, you are on the right axis of not correct to be along our wavelength.
6 alone is just an amazing, amazing human being. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier. Zig Ziglar said that if I were any happier, I'd have to be twins. Yeah, that's me. Buzzy, I called to cancel my cable yesterday.
How long has it been?
I don't want to answer that question.
How many months?
August?
2, 3? Oh, yeah, that is right. That is what I came over and we did the plug thing to make sure the routing thing.
I had every intention of keeping it for 2 months because Highland was still paying for it. I could use the reimbursement, and I wanted to make sure the service was going to be okay. And then everything went crazy, and I just remembered yesterday to call and cancel it because I just got a notification that my bill was ready. And I'm like, how long have I been paying for this without using it at all? Because I don't think there's anything connected to the cable modem whatsoever at this point.
You know, it would be nice if a company like that, because obviously they can track your bandwidth.
Yeah.
In aggregate, because like caps and stuff. Be like, hey, you're giving us money. You have an account. You have requested 0 bytes this entire billing statement.
Yeah.
Did you like unplug it and forget?
Are you dead? Do we need to send a wellness check?
Are you dead? Are you a snowbird? Did you leave town and just forget? In which case, sorry for bothering you. But hey, like, did you switch to another provider, old person, and forget to actually tell us to stop charging you for this?
I understand how this works. They have a whole retention department. They have a goal to make sure they keep you as a customer and all of that. Hi, welcome.
And don't show me this picture.
That is also one of the reasons
It might take a few minutes to reflect on all your devices.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries at all. I just wanted to let him finish his thought. It's also one of the reasons that it took me so long to make the call. I've got that, like, millennial problem where I hate the telephone in general, and someone's going to try and guilt and pressure me into not canceling a service I'm not using.
Oh God, how old was that account?
10 years? Because I switched it over to my name when I came back.
Okay, was it in Michael's name or Neve's name?
It was in Neve's.
No, that account would have been in yours because we
Yeah.
transferred it from my name to yours
Yeah.
when I moved out.
And that was 10 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, it has been that long.
And it's like I'm trying to explain to them, well, yes, I am aware you offer mobile service. I get a discount on my mobile service through the day job, so I'm not interested in switching. Yes, I'm aware you can give me discounts on TV packages. I don't have any TVs. I have a bunch of monitors hooked up to computers. I want internet service. Can you match their speeds? Can you really? Because it's fiber to the house. Oh, no, they drop it to the thing and it's still coax to the house. No, I watched the guy run fiber into the house. There is a box that takes a cable with a glass line inside in my house. Well, we can match their download speeds. Yes, probably. Can you match their upload speeds? Well, most people don't need upload speeds. Most of what you're doing. Don't tell me what I'm doing with my internet service. I stream regularly on Twitch. I need upload speed.
Yes, I work remotely for a high-tech company doing multiple video calls with high latency things. I need high upload speed.
And the frustrating part, and this is me personally, I recognize that. This is me personally. The frustrating part is trying to explain to this guy, I don't want to screw up your numbers. Do you have an enemy you can transfer me to or something? I don't want to mess with your retention, and I want to make it abundantly clear. I have been nothing but satisfied with your service. It's just you cannot provide what I need the way that another company can right now.
Yes.
The minute you can give me symmetric gigabyte, I'm switching back. I'd rather be with you guys.
Yeah.
But I can't. So in the meanwhile, I've given you $500 for nothing. I'm not going to ask for that back. I'm just going to ask that I don't have to pay it anymore. Please don't make me feel too bad about it. I just had to sell one of my kidneys.
When I called to finally turn off the phone service.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The lady was like, hey, I'd like to cancel the phone service here. Says, oh, do you have this? Like, no. Okay, hold on to your britches. This is a complex situation, but I have all the paperwork that you're going to ask me for. I have it all right here, but I need to walk you through it because you're going to ask me these questions. And if I say preemptive enough things on your checklist, you're going to say F it, and you're going to skip to the bottom of your flow chart and just do the thing that I asked you.
Yeah.
Because you're going to realize I know what I'm actually asking. And she says, you know what? We're just going to go there. Give me this number. Give me this number. Give me this number. And she punched it up. And she says, oh my God. I'm like, what? Like the age on this account? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry to bring down your average by closing one of your accounts, but like, she's been dead a number of years.
It should never harm the performance of someone in customer service if someone needs to cancel their account.
No, I mean, just like
I know, but I mean, like,
attention of the company. Yeah,
it is ridiculous, and it harms the customer that's the case.
Wasn't there a thing at GameStop where somebody came in and canceled, like pulled a pre-order?
Yeah.
It gave you a -1.
Yeah.
For your day.
Yeah.
That is just.
And I got a talking to from the district manager about it.
Because -1 was less than your minimum of 3 for the day?
Yeah. Because -1 brought down the store's number for the day, which is clearly my fault because I should tell the customer, no, you can't have it because I will suffer.
We'll just transfer that $5 in this box that is totally unaccounted for to somewhere else.
And fucking company still has my $5 for StarCraft Ghost.
They should like release some shitty game under that name, under that SKU or something, just to cause chaos at GameStop.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they should release it at like $4 or like whatever under the $5 minimum pre-order was for GameStop. Release a game for $4, call it StarCraft Ghost at that SKU that they were originally going to do, and be like, look, this is entirely just a screw over GameStop to get people to come into the store and collect their thing and make them give them $1.
Okay, imagine something like, okay, do you remember the ghost from Link's Awakening? The sad ghost, you have to take him back to his house?
Yeah.
Imagine that kind of character combined with a Stardew Valley setting, all right? You play as the ghost, and you're restoring the town to its glory long after everyone's dead, all right? By making stuff, okay? You with me so far?
Okay.
Let me put this in the chat here. There we go. There we go. Our next big project is going to be StarCraft Ghost.
Oh. Hold on. I wrote this down. It was half a fever dream and half an idea I had at work, which may have been a dream anyways, because I've been doing a very dumb thing. I have only been sleeping every other night.
I get it.
But it's because like a 24-hour cycle really doesn't work with working overnight.
Yeah.
So it's like I'll wake up, go to work for 8 hours, come home. I'm tired, but I'm also wired because of all the caffeine and just moving around. I'll do shit during the day. Then I'll go back to work again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll come home and go to sleep. So I work 2 shifts at bookends of my 28-hour day.
Yeah. The XKCD style day.
Not quite. Like, it doesn't tessellate well, but it's like, well, I've got energy when I wake up, and then I got all this stuff, and then I can put forth another day at the end of my day just with enough caffeine and painkillers to push through whatever
Yeah.
I'm doing, but I'm productive. And it's like, that really messes with what day it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because your day doesn't reset until you go to sleep. But if you work 2 full days in that time period, in one awake period, you're like 4 different ways of your week. Your days don't
Yeah.
I have been awake for 3. I've worked 3 days this week. Why has it been 7 days?
Your brain just kind of comes unglued.
Yeah.
You're unanchored.
It is very. If it wasn't for pill organizers, I wouldn't know what day of the week it is.
Yeah, no, I feel you 100%, man. I did not take my pill organizer with me to SideQuest. I just took the raw bottles and remembering when to take them. I did good. I got them all, I think, I assume. I'm not dead. That's a good thing.
Oh, there it is. Progress Quest, but it's backed by an AI that has access to all your information and all your social media. So it fills in the templates of like going it rather than just like, I'm going to kill a dragon or mining rocks or whatever mundane bullshit. It's stuff from your day, and it fills it in and makes you the main character. It's like running errands, getting groceries, but it fills in names like going to Giant Eagle or stopping at Sheets for, for a fill up. It fills in whatever shit you did from your day or pulls from your social media or going to lunch with Karen, complete, plus 10 XP. It pulls it's you, Progress Quest you, backed by an AI that just can scrape all your shit, make basically an LLM of your life and your activities and all this shit for you, and just plugs it in there so you can just watch your idle game, but it's filled from the events of you.
That's terrifying, but super, super neat. And it kicks off another idea in my head of rather than just like a progress quest game, have it make your to-do list. It'll learn over time, and you can add things and it'll adapt them, but it'll like generate events that maybe you should do regularly that you haven't done in a while. If it sees every time you go out to lunch with Fuzzy, you post, hey, went out to lunch with Fuzzy. It was the best time ever. Like once a week, it's going to be like, hey, have you seen Fuzzy this week? You know? That's,
It adds a to-do list. Call Fuzzy or check in on Fuzzy. You haven't went out to lunch with him in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
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 One tech show, they were talking about events that it was a 2024 roundup because that's what everybody was doing.
Yeah.
And the Humane AI pin came out this year.
Mhm.
And also the rabbit thing with the impossible color. And they were talking about how they failed because they weren't in your phone. They had no access to you or your information or your
Yeah.
stuff. It was an outside device that was expected to be your assistant but had no information about you. It wasn't on your phone or using your phone number or your contacts. It was that's why they ultimately failed. And it's like all these on your phone just doesn't do that. It's like, well, because we was so hard. But it's like, yes, then attach it to your phone somehow.
Yeah. Bluetooth sync it to the phone. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. It's that easy.
If Apple would have came out with the Humane pin,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was in the Apple ecosystem that had direct access to all the information on your account and could do that magic thing that like Apple devices can do. There's some voodoo bullshit that even if my Bluetooth is turned off, my Mac can see that my phone is nearby and says, hey, we're not on the internet right now and we're not on Bluetooth, but we see your phone's nearby. Do you want us to tell your phone to turn on its hotspot so you can get on its Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
And I'm like, how are you doing that?
It's
and it works.
It's voodoo. It's 100% voodoo. Not that that's a problem, but man.
There was something else. Oh, apparently I like yogurt now.
Ooh. I can get with that.
Because one of the tasks I get to do at the end of the night, if I do my job too quickly and they're like, well, here's something to go waste time for an hour because you did things too quickly, is I go have to face and front block. Different managers use different words and I hate this shit. Go align all the items in an OCD fashion in a nice straight line, all the products, but over in dairy.
Yeah.
Pull all the milk forward so it looks nice and stuff. And it's also the 8 million small individual units of yogurts that have to be reorganized to their correct flavors and restacked and stuff. They make lactose-free yogurt.
Ooh.
I never liked yogurt for obvious reasons. And then I saw that and I'm like, what voodoo are they making lactose-free yogurt with? I'm like, oh, sure, I'll try it. Okay, apparently they're delicious.
Nice. Nice.
Also, I know what Greek style is because I was wondering what is that? And they're like, oh, we strain it so it's not lumpy. Oh. That was the other problem I had with yogurt. It was all gloopy. This is homogeneous slurry.
Yeah. A nice smooth
It's
yogurt.
like sour cream. It's basically like sour cream. It's
Heck yeah. I'm into it. I keep rolling over something. I keep shaking my camera. Everything in my room is disintegrating actively.
Oh. So this won't help you because your desk is just a horrible piece of shit. Do you remember the talking head guys I was talking about with his microphone? His microphone levels were like horrible, and I'm just like, turn that knob on the back of your Blue Yeti. Turn it up. That's the mic gain. You have it on 0.
Yeah.
Put it at like 3.
Yeah.
That guy. You got a standing desk for Christmas or whatever. But the problem is he's got 3 monitors on a standing desk up high, and it was like a wobble problem. He got a linear rail thing that's meant for like a lathe.
Yeah.
Like, the speed feed that like perfectly straight goes in a line like this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you can just buy those, and he mounted it to the wall and then mounted the plate on the desk to add a linear hold, like a locking thing so it can't come out, but a linear rail like this so it's locked in. So his desk is basically up and down, but it's got a rail so it can't tip forward. So his desk doesn't wobble because it's got no give, because it's meant for a lathe. It's got like perfectly zero tolerance, but it's on rollers. But it locks in so it can't come out, but it can go up and down. It's just a 4-foot rail. So when he goes up, it's still effectively attached to the wall, but in a linear fashion.
I have some ideas for something similar to that might actually help me out. Not as a standing desk, but as adding anti-wobble support to specifically my monitor arm, so that even if the desk wobbles, the monitors don't.
I might also have a whole nother monitor arm that I found when cleaning back there
Yeah.
may serve you, especially if I end up giving you one of those extra 27 inches to replace one of your monitors.
Yeah.
You're gonna need another arm.
Yeah. Because I've got the 3-arm on this one, and then on that one I've got a 2-arm right now. And I'm not sure if I have another monitor for that, but I'd like to get one, because this is something I want to put on my far in the future list. I want another dock. The laptop dock I have right now works with both my work and personal laptops.
Oh, that's nice.
I would like to get another one, though, because in addition to a dock, it is a power supply, and I cannot find a power supply for my personal laptop.
This thing is the entire reason I was so sad when I had to send my work laptop back.
Yeah.
And then you magically found that other one, because this is it's an Anchor, so it wasn't cheap. But the MacBook Pro had that double USB-C.
Yeah.
Because it was like, it sent power over one and then
everything else over the other. Yeah.
But I labeled it so I knew what holes were what without having to like pull it apart and look at it. But it's like, it had HDMI and USB and a card reader, and most importantly, a network jack and a headphone jack.
Yup.
So I could leave my work headphones hardwired in to this over USB-C to the Mac, and they would work. And I could leave it hardwired into network over this, and it was just one plug to plug in. This thing was not cheap, and you know why? It's got a lot of freaking electronics in it.
I have an interesting conundrum to present you related to this.
Also, to pass through like up to 100 watts of
USB-C
power.
Dang.
Yeah, like it is not a cheap little USB hub. This is like actual tech.
Is there a way, and this is a very hypothetical thing, to use the same headset, so that's audio in and out, microphone and headphones, on two...
Do you want stereo or mono?
Stereo, preferably.
Okay, so TRRS. Okay.
Well, right now I've got USB, but I don't think it would be possible with USB.
Well...
On two computers simultaneously.
Yes.
I need to figure out how to make that happen.
They make a... it's the missing A for a KVM switch.
Yeah.
And it effectively puts your headphones into the device, and it tells both sides that there is an active connection on it. It doesn't switch to one. It is an active like bridge.
That's what I want. That's what I want. I want them both. Yes.
And then you switch which one you want to listen to, either a left only, right only, or both. But it maintains an active input receiving and then breaks the connection on the outgoing side, not on the incoming side.
Well, is there one where it doesn't like break the connection? Is there one where it just actively serves both?
Well, no. What I'm saying is, it doesn't break it, so it doesn't know the computer always the things that it are sending to it always think there's something there.
I want to hear both devices at the same time.
Yes.
Okay, I'm verifying that that's what we're. Yeah.
A lot of like computers, like when you unplug the headphones and then switch.
Yes,
speakers,
yes, it sure does. That's the problem we had
processor was like-
earlier.
with the KVM, you switch over to the one, and it just breaks that connection because it is just bridging from the input to the output like a switchboard.
Yeah.
The box I've seen always maintains an input, and then it goes into a DSP board, and then there's a separate output. It's not just a switchboard.
Cool.
So you can tell it when you switch, like, oh, I want to switch back to the device A. Device B still thinks there's a thing plugged in because there is. It's just throwing away that input. And then you can choose whether you want to listen to A, B, or A and B. So you could be like listening to a work call and music from your other computer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's what I need.
I cannot remember what it's called, but I know it exists because I've physically seen one. I saw it on somebody's desk.
If it exists, I'm sure I can find it.
It looked like one of those ancient KVM switches with like the big ka-chunk knobs. And that's what I thought it was, except that all it was a bunch of audio jacks going into it. And I'm like, is this a KVM switch for audio? And he's like, yes, but it's better than that. And then he went off and explained to me what it was. And I'm like, dude. And apparently
100%.
he made it and sold them because the one he found was like $500 or some shit. And he's like, I know enough about audio electronics. I know it doesn't cost that much. But this was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So they've got to be like $20 on AliExpress now.
We're at about break time. I think we're going to take 5 minutes here real quick and hit, restroom, get up, hydrate, whatever. We're going to run a couple minutes of ads just because it helps me, buy devices like a headphone connector that'll go between two different things. But yeah, don't go anywhere. We're going to take about 5. We will be right back. Welcome back to the Blue House Bull Session. We are back here bulling with you on this beautiful, blustery, wintry January 8th, 2025. Winter were declared. You know, I was talking to Destiny the other day, and she says, for as long as I've known you, your birthday has always been the marker that real winter is starting. And she's not wrong. We usually get
Well,
in this area. In this area.
well, no, everywhere, because winter doesn't start until December 21st, 2nd. My sister's birthday, whichever one it is.
Yeah, that is true.
One is one day and one is the other, but I never remember which one's which. So they're effectively 21 and a half.
Correlala, yeah.
Yeah.
I am the snow miser. I'm Mr. 10 below. Child.
And everybody's like, but no, December is winter. Like, no, December is mostly fall.
Yeah.
You know what month is also mostly winter? March.
Yeah. People forget. I forget. But that's because, Cleveland October snowstorms.
Well, no, because that's actually how. Yeah.
The point is, weather is convoluted. And it's almost like over time the climate has been changing. But I digress.
Okay.
Oops.
The reason you think it has shifted is also partially, it's not just climate change, warming and stuff. There is an actual noticeable effect.
Yeah.
You can find lots of articles from like the almanacs and stuff. Effectively, the wheel of the calendar and the wheel of the weather things have shifted.
So it's not just me.
No. Winter used to start back in October. October was always kind of touchy.
Yeah.
And it would get cold, but then not. And then there was like around Halloween, it was like that crapshoot of is still going to be that second last bit of warmth. And then immediately after like Halloween, it was cold as balls.
Yeah.
Snow didn't happen, but November used to just be cold. Part of it, it's not just weather change. It is also just like patterns because of, oh God, somebody said it the other day and I can't remember what it's called. The refinery effect from all the industrialization has moved flows of air and stuff.
Yeah.
Big enough cities will disrupt what used to be a jet stream here will go around and pick up more moisture and stuff like that. So yes, in Northern Ohio, cold/winter did start a whole lot earlier. It is not just warmer now, it is shifted later in the year. We used to have to design Halloween costumes to fit over snow, like snow suits, like puffy jackets. I remember as a kid being in a puffy thing and a Halloween costume over top of it.
I'm being mobbed by kittens.
And then later in our teen years, we had opening day of baseball.
Yeah.
In May,
Yeah.
closed due to snow.
I remember that too.
The winter has just shifted.
Yeah. I want to talk about Minecraft for a little bit. Can we talk about Minecraft for a little bit? If we must.
In general or your server?
Both, one then the other. I keep coming up with things that I want to add to the server and figuring out how to make them. And I love the way that 121.4 has expanded the things you can do with the data pack structure. But I am frustrated because, okay, I am not completely dependent on this tool. I want to clarify that up front. But it is recent enough that they changed the format that none of the big LLMs understand it yet.
Are they also thinking in NBT data?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's like brand freaking new too.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with NBT. I used to write it by hand, but I was also the crazy person that could actually like visually grok
Yeah.
single line JSON and not have a problem with it too.
But like they made big breaking changes to all the data structures. And it's difficult. I get it. I get it. I don't begrudge them this. It's just I would be doing the things I want a lot faster if I knew how to do them or if I ran an older version on the server.
The only thing I miss is I'm gonna call it by its old name because that's the name that's always gonna stick. Whoever names it, Planet by whoever names it first gets to name it.
Yeah.
Vein Miner.
Yeah.
It's hasn't been Vein Miner since like 1.6. It's been
Ultimine or whatever,
Ultramine.
yeah.
It's like how do I vein mine? You don't use Ultramine. Like, what does it do? You hold the button and does it. It mines a vein of shit.
Then guess what? Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to add to Garfcraft a big quest. Collect the 9 MacGuffins, and each one is go to this dimension, find this structure, and beat the unique boss and collect the MacGuffin. I'm putting Zelda in our Minecraft.
I thought you were going to talk about what the fuck is it called? Mystic Forest, Twilight Forest.
Oh, the pale garden, whatever. Yeah.
Twilight Forest has entered the chat.
No, I don't necessarily want to go that direction. Well, I kind of want to go that direction, but I want to make my own. I know we have Pale Garden at home, but I want to make my own. Because I've been having a lot of fun learning how to generate custom structures and use jigsaw blocks to make big interactive dungeons and all of that, and all the other stuff in data packs. And I'm just thinking to myself, I want a quest. Go to the 9 places, collect the pieces of the MacGuffin Force, and when you have all of them, you get a pat on the back and a trophy.
The 13 Treasures of Rule.
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell was that?
So, to that end, I've been playing a lot of single player in a test world just making stuff recently, which is why you haven't seen me on Garfcraft as much for the past week or so. Like, I will be back to it, absolutely, and I hope to bring all kinds of cool stuff, and I miss playing with everybody, but I also like just, like, designing cool new stuff, and I can't wait to share it with everybody. I did tell you I added a new dimension to our server, right?
No.
It is called the Purple. If you build a portal out of crying obsidian and light it, it takes you to the Purple. If you need elytra, go there. End cities are all over the place.
Fuck elytras.
I'm just saying, if you need one... But it's not just like, oh, go here, there's just end cities everywhere. It is a whole dimension with a bunch of custom biomes and stuff. But it does have a lot of end cities sprinkled around so that you can get them easier than having to go out to the end and travel 10,000 blocks from the middle. And
we talked about, I haven't played vanilla Minecraft in so long. I played vanilla Minecraft long ago enough.
They didn't have an end. Yeah.
No. Elytras were a thing. You could not use fireworks with them yet. They were just really shitty hang gliders with durability for no reason. And I'm like, why do these exist?
Yeah. But I also have an idea. I saw a video on YouTube about someone going through the Trail Ruins, one of the new-ish features that spawn, and they have, like, kind of structures, and they have suspicious sand and gravel you can dust to get stuff. That's where you find the sniffer eggs. But they are actual ruins. They're actual ruined ruins. You know?
Okay.
Like mud brick parts of buildings and crappy roads and stuff. They used some archaeological research in attempting to reconstruct what the buildings that turned into the trail ruins probably looked like. And then they talked about like how long ago in Minecraft timeline lore would this have been a thing? You know, how far down are they buried? That tells us how long ago it was. Stuff like that. I want to make a portal that takes you back to the past. And instead of ruins, like trail ruins, they're prehistoric villages. You can't do certain things in that dimension because the technology's not there yet. Or you can, but they don't have it. You'll never find smelted iron. They haven't figured that shit out yet. They just have wood and stone tools. And we'll have villagers that have the like Neanderthal brow line and everything. With their own trade tables that are all prehistoric stuff. And then we'll make a dimension where you can time travel to the future. And it'll be all technological except with no mods, because I don't want to install computer crap, Jacob. I want to make it accessible, Jacob.
If you install, I will tell you right now, if you install computer craft, you know that comes with turtles.
Yes. Yes, I do.
I will obliterate your world with freaking turtles and what's the...
That's why I told him, no, I'm not going to allow you and Fuzzy to strip mine the entire universe.
What was the thing with the triangles and go forward?
It was a turtle. Logo, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's literally just
Yeah.
turtles
I know.
Lua script in 3 dimensions. And I used to write those Lua scripts for people. I do not know Lua. I know Turtle Lua.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I already kind of put the beat down on him about it, and I'm like, I understand this would make a lot of things much easier for you. You are more than welcome to do them in any single-player world you like. But on a community server that serves multiple communities, because remember, it's our fans, it's Jackson's fans, it's frickin' whoever else we've picked up along the way. I think we stole a couple Zeldathon people. It's other Hergel fans that aren't necessarily fans of me specific. Like, this is a multi-community server. I'm glad I haven't had to enforce any of the rules yet, but I will with an iron fist because I am mean. No, you cannot strip mine the entire world, Jacob. I'm just saying. I am, however, going to put in the 9 MacGuffins because it's my world and I'm the boss and I'm going to, yeah.
What if I don't strip mine it? What if I have the turtles dig a block and then replace a block and dig a block and they just burrow their way through and put down the dirt back behind them so they leave no trail, but they only leave the single pockets where they kept an ore. And then as soon as they're full, they burrow up again, replacing it and then come back and drop it off. So they're like worming, they're like Nokia snaking through the world, just consuming all of the resources and replacing with cobblestone.
But then the other people won't have any resources.
They can program their own goddamn robots.
No. How about I set up a separate nerd server? We'll have main Garfcraft for everybody, and then we'll have like Deathcraft where it's just
okay.
2B2T, except, yeah.
What MMOs need to do is they need to make a server where when you get busted for botting, they don't cancel your account. They just move your character to that server. You cannot transfer in. You cannot create new accounts. They manually just detach and attach your account. You
earn your way onto that server, yeah.
Right. But botting is allowed.
Yeah.
And encouraged.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you're going to get advantage. It is all bots all the time. It is extreme sports. It is the X Games on cocaine. You want to use performance-enhancing drugs? Cool. Go play with the other kids that are on performance-enhancing drugs. I want to see Olympians on meth. I want to see them running at 120% to get to the free drugs at the finish line. You want to see some world record sprinters?
Hashtag demonetized. You're not wrong, but at the same time, something about it doesn't sit right with.
Ed-
Okay.
The Tour de France with a doping station at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Let them all dope. We'll even like give you the stuff to go, and they just book it out every day.
That is horrifying, and I love it.
They'll finish it in 17 hours. They'll finish the 4-day event in 17 hours. They'll just go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sponsored by Sega. Announcing Sonic 7 now in theaters.
We're done. Fuck out of here with that. You're fired. I'm just kidding. That's alarming. Alarmingly good, but alarming nonetheless. Anyway, yeah, I'm working on the quest system. I am working on the MacGuffin quests and the dimensions you travel to and the mysterious old man and all of that stuff. And it's been a lot of fun. It has made me.
We have too many other things to do.
Oh, I know. Speaking of which, I've also been working on a new physical product thing that I want to do. I want to make a special kind of notebook. I don't want to say too much yet, but I have ideas. Speepo knows. But I have been working on things.
Cardboard for notebooks. Before I take out all my recycling.
Go ahead and take it out right now. I'm way behind on getting those made. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can like flat pack them and just like set them aside if you want them eventually.
I'm running out of space to stash them. Let me get through some of my craft supplies before I have to find room for more. I know you've never heard anyone, much less me, say that before. Let me get through some of what I have on hand first. I think February or March there's an oddball show that I'd like to try to go to if I can, so I want to get stuff made before then. But anyway, what was I thinking?
Mike.
I think I might.
See if you want to go do a booth thing with you.
I may do that.
Because he's got that 3D resin printer and he's been making stuff.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like, if he knows there's a show coming up, he'll like crank out some stuff. Because that's what you need at, a craft show. More 3D printed stuff.
Yeah, it sure is.
He's actually like making the models. He's not just like downloading shaky Axolotl 7.
Yeah. I should hit him up. I didn't realize he had a resin printer. I'm gonna have to like poke him and be like, "Hey, can you print a couple things for me? Because there are a couple things that I could really use, and it would be really nice if he could put them together for me." Aww. Yeah. It sure does.
It glows in the dark too.
Nice. Of course it does. You need to be able to find it in the middle of the night so you can go shooka 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 clinka clinka thunk. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's pretty damn cute. I can't deny it. I have issues with that one.
Officially licensed by the artist.
Never mind. Okay, if Casey's getting paid for it, we're good. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Then it gets the seal of approval.
Yes, Casey actually approved it.
Casey Green is one of my favorite comic artists, and I followed his work for a long time. And I remember when, that was created in the very first place, and then it took over the entire internet by storm. It's the same guy that made Dick Butt. Like, he like, winner after winner after winner, and he gets so little recognition for it. And I'm glad that's finally starting to turn around and things are like actually showing up properly for him. And that you get what I'm saying. I want to see something real quick. Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you can see.
Yes. Progress.
I figured out a solution for the Nerf guns.
Progress.
Not that, and not that. But Target, right now, because it's Christmas time, sells these gigantic tubs.
To put your Christmas decorations in.
Put wrapping paper and stuff in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The long tubes, so they're long containers, so they'll fit a Nerf gun, like an assault Nerf weapon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, good. I'm glad you're getting those things together the way they need to. Yeah.
Although I have 2 Nerf guns that do not fit in those boxes.
I am unsurprised by that.
The big one that I didn't know I had 2 of.
The
They
Vulcan.
don't fit in those. No.
The other. Yeah.
No, the Vulcan fit in there. What are they called? Centurion.
This is a Nerf weapon, folks.
The Centurion. You know.
This is a Nerf weapon. I want to state that one more time.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Literal overkill.
Yeah, it fires these.
Yeah.
I have big giant sausage fingers, for example, for comparison.
Big old beefy beastly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if it works, though, you know. If you really need it that badly.
Do you remember when Super Soakers were like that Super Soaker 50 and that thing?
Yeah.
And then I've got that Monster XL.
The one they
like-
discontinued?
They only had it for a year because it was too big and too heavy. It was 8.5 pounds empty.
That's like a child.
That's like a cat.
Yeah.
It weighed 13, 14 pounds when it was full. It was like a gallon and a half of water in the back tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
And these were
Oh man.
toys. These are the toys I took that to school once. I got permission to bring that to school. In high school.
Yes, we're so old we drank bologna from a hose in the back of a truck. That's how the meme goes, right? Hi, Sarge. So what do you...
My
Go ahead.
hose has a first name. It's BOLGNA.
All right. I'm ruling out computer craft. I'm ruling out automation as a category in general.
Yeah.
What would you like to add to Garfcraft? What would you like to add to our Minecraft server?
I don't know what's possible in the new not modded but sort of modded data pack world. Does the like the server can you pre-offer like client-side mods like font packs or something?
I don't think so,
And it
unfortunately.
auto-downloads them?
No such luck.
Okay. There's a mod I always go and get called Smooth Font because I just like cannot stand the horrible ASCII fonts
Yeah.
that Minecraft uses. It's curved like Comic Sans, but it's not like wacky and wavy, but it's got the same curves of it.
It is pretty crunchy, yeah.
Where's the cursor?
But it might be one that you don't have to have a server-side mod for.
No, but I know there is a way when you run a server that you can say like, hey, we recommend this, and it automatically downloads client-side mods when you connect. Because I know you can do that with like texture packs.
I
But I
will
don't think this.
I will
the
look
texture.
into it, yeah. I will look into that. We had a suggestion come in.
It is a resource pack.
Ooh. Well, resource packs we can absolutely, yeah.
Smooth font 32x. Because I have it installed. I have a modded Minecraft that connects to your
Yeah.
thing. How do I get a view mod website?
Yeah, drop me a link. If it's a resource pack, I'll do that.
I'm going to paste it in here in case anybody else wants it.
Nice. Nice. Let me click on that and open it. Hooray! I will hang on to that. I will flip that out. Yeah. Oh yeah. I see what you're saying.
Look at like the pause menu. The second picture on that. It's still monospace. It's just pleasant.
Yeah. It's not chunky. We can do that. I can 100% do that. That's no problem.
There's okay. I went in and set up, like I said, I set up a modded version with just a couple. I have mouse tweaks with just some mouse shenanigans, so you can like hit R to sort your inventory, or like you can scroll wheel up to put into your crafting grid.
Yeah.
Like drag a couple up. What did I just kill? That tells you what you killed, and what the hell am I looking at?
Yeah.
Which is the modern version of. It's a fork of a different thing that was a fork of Wayla. Because it's one of those. Well, okay, it doesn't. Wayla's not going to support 1.18 anymore, so I'm going to fork it and make my own. Like, well, this one's not going to support 1.20, so I'm going to fork it and make it up.
Yeah.
It's Vein Miner, but it's Wayla. What am I looking at? But it's just, you can look at the block and it tells you what it is.
So now we need to make our own fork and call it T-Fit? The fuck is that?
The other thing I noticed it does that is kind of nice, as you're mining something, it uses the outline of the frame of the thing as the progress bar.
Ooh.
And, like, it chases around the box as you're like breaking a block. So that's nice.
There is a data pack that I saw from a creator I have started watching on YouTube recently. I do not see. Oh, okay, I don't know how to say this right. I don't consume Minecraft content on YouTube. I don't watch people play YouTube. I have found myself in a situation where I've had to watch a lot of video tutorials recently because people can't be bothered to write goddamn directions anymore. With that said, there is a person, I don't have any idea what their name is. I have just clicked through a lot of their videos, and they wrote a data pack with some custom function commands that are going to be very, very helpful as I'm doing this. And one of them is when you're building a structure, it is a flood fill. Let's say you have a tunnel and it's decorated on the outside and it like goes down at a weird angle. You make a bounding box and there are two faces, an entrance and an exit. And inside the tunnel, you want there to be air. But because it carves down into the earth, outside the tunnel, you do not want air, you want structure void, a special type of block that doesn't replace when a structure spawns.
Yeah.
He wrote a command that will flood fill a structure's bounding box starting at a point with whatever you want. If you want to make it structure void, cool. The inside will still be air because it's surrounded by other blocks, but everything outside will get replaced for structure void. Because let me tell you, trying to place down invisible blocks in the air without accidentally clicking the wrong air is a goddamn nightmare. And it wouldn't be so much of a problem if I were building nice square rooms, but I had this great idea. Small spoiler ahead. You should stop listening for about 15 seconds if you're interested in my stupid quest system. The fire temple. Because of course there's a fire temple. I'm making a Zelda. Is built out of hexagon rooms. Which means the bounding box has lots of square areas where the diagonal walls go. Okay, you're good to come back. So I have all these large rectangles where I need to put structure voids in large areas of them. And that's why I'm spending all the... Because I don't have a visual editor. If I could just drag blocks, if I didn't have to build them in the damn game, except none of the editors export 121.4 NBTs yet.
Well, there is no NBT, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. NBT still exists as a thing. NBT usage has changed drastically.
It's not being used on items for metadata. Is the
Right.
thing.
It is being used for structures, though.
Yeah. Well, that's because it actually makes it. Because structures won't have freaking recursive data.
Right.
You won't have a TARDIS house that has a copy of itself inside of itself.
Right.
Well, wait. Wait.
No. No. Verboten.
Okay. I have a moral question.
Go on.
This is entirely applies to me only. This is a rules for me, not for thee question.
Okay.
How much creative mode am I allowed to use?
Where and why?
I don't have a whole lot of time to play. I don't want to go spelunking for 6.5 hours to get 4 pieces of iron to make a goddamn bucket. Or I need a hopper to set up a basic, put items into furnace and take out of it so I can auto furnace fire output eject thing while I go and build stuff. Can I just give myself a hopper?
Yes. There is an iron farm that is working again near the community center for whatever that's worth. The big guideline I would use is your action going to interfere with someone else's fun?
No.
Don't set up shop in someone else's house if you can avoid it. Don't strip away all the resources in the world. Don't give yourself a netherite codpiece just because you can.
You armor slot?
It's not impossible.
Baubles,
It's not
Baubles
impossible. I'm thinking. I'm really debating it. I'm really debating it.
there was... Okay. Baubles was both a mod and also an API for other mods to use. I think the Baubles thing added like the bauble slot and that's it, but it added an extended thing that like all the other things could just like add to an array.
Yeah.
You go into something like all the mods at 8 or 9 with 7 million mods and they all support baubles.
They
so
sure do.
Thing, and there's a scroll bar that just goes, it's like, I double click this and I'm equipping it. And I have it equipped. I don't know where. They're like, it's in your bubbles. I don't see it. Like, no, there's a scroll wheel. Scroll.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yep. It's down there somewhere.
Why do I have 6 backpack slots? It's because there's 7 different mods that add a backpack slot because they don't know how to say add a backpack slot.
Yeah.
Or enable a slot, not add a slot. And
Yeah.
There was, I think it was all the mods 7, the last one that was to the sky, that had that problem. Is all the mods would add one and not add if not enabled.
Yep. Yep.
You could have, I think I had something like 16 ring slots or something, and it also had Botanica in there that were all use the charm slots that you're only supposed to have like 2, or some were rings, and you could equip every single ring and bauble that Botanica offered at the same time.
Rings on your
And
fingers and bells on your toes.
Yes. And like 4 belt slots and something. It was just like
Andrew. 4 belt slots like Android, yeah. One of our friends is who's the kid from Stranger Things? Him. He's the kid from Stranger Things. Eddie? Is that his name?
never watched it.
I never watched the season he was in. He didn't show up until after the first season.
I
But
lived through the 80s. I did not want to. I lived through the 80s and I played
Yeah.
D&D.
Yeah.
Stranger Things was not appealing to me.
yeah, you're like, been there, done that. Point is. Yeah, I know I have other projects to work on, but it's one of those where, like, I'll hyperfixate on this for a week, and then I'll get burnt out, and then I can switch back over to something else. Otherwise, I'll hyperfixate on it for 3 days, and then say, oh, I got to do other things for one day, and then hyperfixate it on for another 3 days, and then, like, it will continue.
My house burned down and I got real depressed. And I'm like, do I rebuild it? I don't want to rebuild it by hand. Can I just cheat in some blocks and put it back? And I'm like, oh, but I don't want to. The things, it's like, or do I even just like not care?
There's a reason I trust you with ops. I appreciate you asking. I've given my guidelines, but there's a reason I made you a
I'm
server
not gonna,
op.
like, world
Yeah.
filled with diamond and put,
Yeah.
make this chunk floor to ceiling, diamond blocks.
Yeah.
Like, can I give myself a goddamn? The night I made all the mud for Red for the base of the community center because she was like making mud and she had to go to sleep. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I needed wheat.
Yeah.
I did not own a bucket. Which is why I temporarily took over your farm upstairs and expanded it because there was already water place.
Yeah.
To use that water to
Yep.
grow all the wheat
Yep.
for a few hours. I did not have a bucket. And I did not want to go mining to get a bucket.
Yeah. Now, that's one of the reasons we're building the community center is if you don't want to or can't give yourself items, we want to make sure we have stuff available for everybody. Because it really is like I'm just going to coin the term Crevival. We're not a PvP server. We're not really a quest server. We're not a roleplay server. We just like building cool shit, but we want monsters too. It's Crevival.
There's a line of... I've seen servers where they'll use like command blocks and a button, and they'll like, make an admin only command block. You push the button, it activates it, and it just dispenses like a diamond pickaxe for you.
Yeah.
So you can go do the mining yourself, but I don't want to have to like give me the tools. I'll play the game. I just don't want to play the game so I can go play the game.
Right. No, I feel you.
You
I feel you.
I'll dig out my hole and make my base with a shovel. Can you push a button and just give me a, efficiency 5, durability 7 diamond shovel that's going to last me for like a week?
And we're working on that. We've got the Villager Trading Hall, which gives you at least a nice set of starting diamond items.
Right.
And we're going to expand the mall. We're going to have the whole Villager Mall. We're going to make sure we've got all the enchantments available. I think my fishing machine is broken, but we'll come back to that eventually. It got moved, and I think something came loose when it got moved. Because the trapdoor doesn't trapdoor anymore. But I'm going to level with you. I cheated in a skulk sensor for that.
Yeah. See, there's a like I said, there's a line of if you're at that point, are you even playing Minecraft per se? If you're making like these complex Rube Goldberg machines to do automated fishing,
Yeah.
how much are you really playing Minecraft?
Yeah, I get what you're saying there.
Like, I'm not gonna do that. I just wanted a freaking hopper, and I didn't want to have to go mining for hours to find enough iron to smelt down 5 bars to make a hopper.
Yeah.
So I could automate making charcoal so I could put down some torches so the zombies would stop spawning all over the base as I'm walking around.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you.
That's all I wanted. But there's a moral line of, did you,
Yeah, the rules are not hard rules against no cheating whatsoever. Otherwise, I wouldn't have given everyone ops or anyone ops. You know what I mean? I'd have been like, yeah. Nah, you're fine. I say go for it. Besides, you're gonna need to gear up to get through my challenge quest trial dungeon experience.
No, because I'm not going to do it.
You're not gonna do it? You're not gonna come hang out in the weird fire dimension that's totally not the Nether?
No, because I saw the pictures of the nothing on fire, and I don't like my nothing being on fire.
That's true.
Like,
We did.
Look, when I put my no tea on the ground, I expect it to not burst into flames.
You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me. I'm gonna die of choking on funny.
Die of choking on something.
Yuck, 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 yuck. But yeah, I'm probably gonna play a little solo tonight and work on this stuff for the Fire Temple just to see if I can get it to work. And I'm probably gonna jump on the server tonight. By the way, if you're not in our Discord, if you're here and you're not in our Discord, you should come join. Come play Minecraft with us. The address is listed in there. Server rules are be kind, you know. But yeah, come follow along with my progress there. One of my I don't know if this is one of my goals or not. One of the possibilities for what can happen is I build this stuff out and then I just dump the data pack somewhere. Like, I'll put it on our server and then be like, hey, if you want my quest of dungeons, go get my data pack. Because, I don't know, people might enjoy it. I like making stuff and I like sharing it with people.
That's how, oh, he's not on right now. Soren. He plays a lot on... It's evolved with time, but that's originally what the Buildcraft server was. Is it was all the mod makers on there, and the server was effectively the beta test bed for all of their mods.
Here's our playground.
Yeah, but it was them playtesting their own stuff, but also everybody else's. Like, you were watching major modders and streamers play on a server with the alpha versions of all the shit they made and breaking each other's stuff in wild and crazy ways. Of stuff that, like, head level alphas, not even like, oh, we pushed an update. Like, I compiled it and hit FTP upload. VS Code.
VS Code? What you building?
I started working on something today.
Ooh, what'd you start working on?
This window. Yes. Yes, I do actually.
Oh boy, oh boy. In Python, nonetheless.
Cursor changes too. See how it's a, you see how it's a
I do. Oh man.
And when it's full, it changes to a no. And then you can't buy it because that's not full.
Oh dear. You got some kind of auto clicker there? That's cheating. Better buy a C. Oh man. Oh man.
I don't know if it come through, but do you see the color of the red on the bar? It changes
Yup.
color when it's full.
It brightens, yeah.
It's I just have it like half shifted something or other, but yeah, and hover on the buttons, drawing, yeah.
Damn, dude. Man, we're picking up so much cool new stuff.
Damn it, Scott. Our good friend of the show, Scott, said, okay, Jacob was teasing me about Python, and then you were ribbing me about Python on one of the shows, like I think one of the December ones, and he bought me this over on Amazon. It's a Python language. Oh, that's not going to focus. It sucks.
But it's a Python cheat sheet, yeah.
But it's a cheat sheet of all the major Python standard library commands and bullshit and things, and everything from like maps and the entire date time module bullshit and OS module and threading and the advanced math stuff and the crazy complex iterator stuff and the web transfer stuff to do JSON parsing live and the audio module. But it's on this handy dandy little thing, and so I'm not gonna lie, I keep it in the bathroom most of the time because yeah.
No, I feel you. Convenient place for reading. I completely understand.
But yeah, I've been when I have a few minutes to.
Speaking
half
of
it's to learn Python, half of it's to learn Pygame stuff to just have something to do, but also yeah.
Speaking of when you have a few minutes, I know I asked about a code review and everything earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You should pull down a repository from the Hergel GitHub org called Vending. There is
I saw the notification come through. It's like, oh, a new repository has been added that you've been given permission to. And then I'm like, let me click and go look at it. And I looked at it and I saw the names of the files and I'm like, I am not opening this.
There's one file. There's readme.md. All I'm doing is putting the design document in there. Start coming up with your questions because you're going to be the one who grills me into making sure it's thorough. It is not complete yet. I will admit that. There are pieces I am still in the process of writing, but start coming up with your list of questions anytime you would like. And I will come up with detailed answers.
Is there a process for like back making a design document from a project that's like already gone? Like, is there a term for that?
Yes, documentation.
No, not documentation, but like a design document.
Yes. Is there a process for it? Not really. Is there a name for it? Not beyond documentation. But honestly, that's what documentation usually is at its core.
Well, I specifically want like the overarching style, like design document write the outline after you wrote the paper.
Yeah.
You know, that level thing. I want to do that for a cafe just so we have like the structure of that. Because I think as a project, it would do good to make sure we have all of those ducks in a row.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that would be a good idea, and that's something we should put pretty high on our priority list, I think.
Also actual like flesh out all the rest of the actual documentation too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we still want to put a recipe editor up for public use for people to like make stuff and send to us?
I'm debating how we want to do that. That is something that in one way or another we want to do, yes. When and where, I'm not sure yet.
Because that was part of the whole recipe thing is,
yeah.
Oh, I have to make the editor like support all of this shit, which is like, a whole crazy web project. So I'm like, well, if I'm gonna do that, I might as well like do the thing we're talking about, making a public-facing editor without the data files, so people can create a recipe and send us the blob of JSON for it.
Well, we've also been talking long term about one of the things we ultimately want to support. Workshop.
Yeah.
That's why I'm breaking out the character editor the way I am and changing the way those data files work. And
Ad hoc them.
I want to show you how I'm doing that with the characters, because it may inspire you for how we can do that with the recipes. That way you can have separate recipe books like data packs. The same way characters is moving to separate character files instead of one big file.
Well, I just mean like a copy of the editor without the recipe data.
Yeah.
So people can like, oh, it loads 0 recipes, but you can create one and send it to like a slightly neutered version for public consumption.
Honestly, by the time we get to workshop support, I don't care if you load the recipes. I think we're starting to get to the point where if you're going to choose to edit it, you're going in with the knowledge that it's going to theoretically spoiler some of the stuff for you.
If we do that, though, we have to make a moral decision of, if you play with this stuff, it disables achievements type conversations, because then you could like overwrite something and make all the recipes just one milk and remove all the you could make the game progressively very easily and cheese all the achievements.
Yeah.
In which case it's not a fair playing field. And yes, I know it doesn't really matter, but it's, kind of does.
I get you.
That's a whole like business decision. Not really business, but like game management decision.
It's kind of one of those, if you're using the workshop, and we'll be able to tell if you're using any workshop items. If you are using any workshop items, we disable achievements. If you go in and manually edit the data files, we can't really stop you from doing that. If you're that dedicated to cheating achievements, fine, go for it. Fuck it. We can't stop you. But at that point, you could just go into the Steam console and type give achievement and give an ID.
Yeah.
So.
We also have to talk about how that works with crowd control.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up. I took my drugs.
There may at some point be a level of mutual exclusivity. If you're using Workshop, you can't use crowd control. You can still use Twitch, but you blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we need to like diagram that or something.
I think that's going to be a good move. All right, well, we are at about time. I think I'm going to go play Minecraft for a little bit and then maybe try and get some actual sleep tonight. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I could use that, huh? Thank you once again. Well, if you're going to be up, I'm going to be up for a bit. If you're streaming tonight, I'll be watching. Are you going to be streaming tonight? Or did you did your dailies for the week, right?
No.
I guess they're not dailies if you do them every week. They're weeklies.
Well, no, but if you do things right, you can get almost all your weekly maximum in one day if you know what you're doing.
Fair. Make sure you guys are following Fuzzy. I love to go hang out with him when he's doing whatever he happens to be doing. Thank you, everyone who showed your support today. Thank you for everyone for turning out yesterday for the big birthday thing. I will be back on Friday doing music now that I have everything back and set up and ready to work. Go buy yourself a shirt. Go buy yourself a... I'm waiting. So patiently, but also so anxiously. They are out of the desk pads. Like, in production, they are physically out of them right now.
Oh, okay.
As soon as they restock those, the Hergel mouse pads will be back in the shop. I want the desk pad. So does Jacob. Do you want the desk pad? Do you need a new desk pad?
I need to wash this one. I like this Corsair one.
I don't know, man. I got I got my Razorbox one here that I designed from Redbubble. I've got my Zelda one that was taken from Dimensions that I had a friend dye sublimate for me. But that said, I really want the Hergel one. I do. I can't even explain it better. I feel like I need it. I feel like it'll make me a real business, a real boy.
This
Anyway.
one's a Corsair one that was supposed to be $45, and Best Buy fucked up a decimal place and was $4.50.
Oh, man.
But you couldn't buy it online because it was a, oops thing, but they had to honor it in stores. So I dropped what I was doing and drove up to the Best Buy because Batman's like, hey, I just bought a thing. It was $4.50 because somebody messed up. If you want one, go up there and get one. I went up there that day and I bought 2 of them.
Yeah.
And I sent one to somebody and I gave one to somebody else. And it's lasted a very long time, but I need to wash it. And this one's a map of the world that was like an Amazon special, but
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, we're out of here for now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. If we do not see you before then, we will see you next week. Like I said, I'll be doing the thing on Friday. I'll probably be streaming Minecraft over the weekend too, because just that's how I do. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Happy New Year, and thank you for sticking around with us. Bye.
Bye.